Hello, my name is Hadi and I'm going to help you with clauses of contrast today. Well, what are they? What is the meaning of them and when should we use them? Let's take a look at the first sentence I have here. It was cold. I was wearing a coat. I want to connect these two sentences. How can I do that? I say, it was cold and I was wearing a coat. Because it makes sense. When it's cold, you usually wear some kind of warm clothes. But here, in number 2, it was cold. I was wearing a t-shirt. Is it something that you usually do when it's cold, you wear a t-shirt? Is it something normal? Is it something that goes with my first sentence? No. So, is it okay if I connect them with and? Of course not. Because it's not something that the reader assumes. It's something surprising. It's the opposite thing we do. So here, I can connect them with but. It was cold, but I was wearing a t-shirt. It shows there is something unusual here, something that not normally happens when we have first sentence. This word is the most common that everybody knows and can use it. Today we want to learn some more words that do the same function as but they're a little different and we need to use them in specific places. First comes although or even though. They're basically the same, the meaning is the same and you can use it instead of but. Just even though emphasizes more that this is really unusual and this condition is not something you see every day. How can we use them? We can simply put them at the beginning of the sentence. Although it was cold, I was wearing a t-shirt. There's just something to be careful with. You need a comma here. You have two parts that are in contrast. And you need comma there. Apart from that, you can also put it in the middle of the sentence. And it's really easy to use it. You can say, I was wearing a t-shirt, although it was cold. The same thing happens here. You need a comma because this one is in contrast with this one. Apart from although and even though, you can also use however. I bet you have heard it very often and you know that it has lots of different usages in English with different meanings. But one of them that today we're going to talk about is the meaning of but when we want to connect two sentences in contrast. How do we use it? We put it simply in the middle of the sentence. You can also put it at the end, at the beginning, no problem with that. But we use it like this. Take a look here. I say it's raining. Done. And I have another sentence which is I'm going for a walk. Going for a walk is not something you usually do when it is raining because you're gonna soak wet. So here I have two contrasting opinions, two contrasting let's say statements here. What do? I put however in the middle and it acts exactly like but. It's raining, comma, or semicolon, or maybe full stop, period here, and then another comma, and continue the sentence. So it's okay if you have a full stop here after you finish first sentence. You can say it's raining. However, I'm going for a walk. Or you can use a semicolon or another comma. It's okay. Just be careful that when you're using however in the middle, you need something before and you need something after. There are some other words for clauses of contrast that I'm going to clean the board and show you them. I like this magic, you see, it's all changed. So, despite or in spite of, they're the same thing. I mean, the meaning of them is but and we use them to connect two clauses, two sentences of contrast. But how should we use them? When we're using them, we need to be careful that we must follow some certain structures. We can use noun after them, or a gerund, which is a verb plus ing, or the fact that and a clause. So if I'm going to write more than words and more than phrases, I have a sentence, a clause, I'm going to use the fact that. But what do I mean by them? Let's take a look at the examples. She's kind, but I don't like her for some unknown reasons, because when somebody is kind, you usually like them. I want to show this contrast using despite. I put it at the beginning of the sentence and say, despite her kindness, which is my noun, despite her kindness, comma, I don't like her. Or I can say, despite being kind, gerund, ing, despite being kind, comma, I don't like her. Or I can also say, despite the fact that she is kind, it's a clause here, comma, I don't like her. The meaning is the same, no difference. You can also use in spite of with the same structure, with the same meaning. So here it would be in spite of her kindness, in spite of being kind, and in spite of the fact that she is kind. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and follow for more videos like this. Good day.